Hey everyone, welcome back to another Ironman from scratch video. So there's a lot of things I want to get through today, not least of all, I want to knock out 43 prayer, which is going to be a nice big milestone and a good power boost for the account. We'll start gathering some resources for Herblore as well with a really handy Ironman method that you might not be aware of. And then of course a few quests as usual and maybe knock out another achievement diary if we can. For now though, we're suited and booted ready for some combat, so let's go kill some dragons and work on this prayer. Prayer is one of those skills that's much faster on a main account because you can just buy the bones and pump out 99 within a few hours, but on an Ironman, since we have to get everything ourselves, it's a little bit more tricky. Speaking of tricky skills, what's your least favorite skill in the game? Doesn't have to be Ironman specific, let me know in the comments below. So to get our bones, we're just going to be killing the wilderness green dragons in the low level wilderness. It's pretty easy to get here, you can either use a games necklace to the corporal beast or just go to the Ferox enclave and walk from there, it's pretty similar either way. This is definitely one of the easy ways to get dragon bones early on, and since we're pretty low level, like the odds of coming into a PKO is pretty low, so we're going to sit here and just grind away at this. Obviously where I'm standing right now is a safe spot, and this is one of two that we can use to kill the green dragons, and I'll show you the other one in a second. That's a wilderness diary task as well actually for our first green dragon kill. And this is the second safe spot, just behind the tree slightly southwest of the first one, so there's plenty of spots for us to bounce back and forth between to chip away at these kills and grind out the dragon bones. Just like when we were killing the imps earlier, we're going to use the lizard kicker drink to boost our range and make things a little bit faster. It's a pretty cheap and easily accessible boost, so there's no reason really not to use them. That's our first level at the green dragons, 38 hit points, very nice. First range level as well, level 38. Looks like I've got a new friend here at the dragons. What do you reckon guys, you'd say he's a human being? You know what a real human being would do though? They'd drop a like on this video because it's a huge help to the channel and it's greatly appreciated. Just slipping in a quick birdhouse run between green dragon trips, and that's level 49 hunter. We almost got a full set of perfect rings there as well, just missing the diamond ring. Something else we're working on, now that we've passed level 46 hunter, we can catch earth implants which will drop an earth talisman. We need an earth talisman to make combination runes for diary tasks, so we happen to stumble across one while hunting earth implants in the world, and it'll just save us a bit of time later on and it'll be good to have up our sleeve. Back to green dragons now, and that's 39 range, which gives us the myth grapple unlock. Actually that's a handy little unlock. And 40 range. Now that's actually a really nice level for us because that's going to give us a little bit of a power boost. Let's go change our clothes. We can finally equip some dragon hide armor, so we've got 62 range bonus at the moment and up to 72, a nice little plus 10 increase. Very good, we're looking a little bit more professional now. I was pretty happy with my dragon axes from Wintertot, but I tell you what, 50 mining for a pet at Sulfur, that's something else, you lucky son of a gun, congrats. Just quickly actually on the topic of CCs or clans, because I've had a few people ask me about it in the comments over the past few months. Obviously as you saw in that last clip, I do have a little friends chat that I lurk in, you can always pop by. But it's not something I draw attention to or push because truth be told, I'm just a small solo creator playing casually and I always felt like you'll get more benefit from just joining a more established clan chat. I never expected the community to grow this much and have that many people even interested in my videos. So I have to say thank you for that, it's been incredible, it's just been crazy. But yeah, the chat's there if you want to swing by, or I try to leave my private on as well. Anyway, let's get back to the fun stuff. 42 range, 40 hit points, that's another skill into the 40s now, and 43 range. Okay, we're pretty much stocked up with our last inventory. Let's go back to the bank and double check, but I think we're pretty much done now with the grind. And yep, 77 bones, that should be plenty. A couple spares just in case we have bad RNG at the Chaos Temple, but we can get going. Another little 10 level milestone, 50 hunter. Okay, so basically the plan is to just run up from Ferox Enclave to the Chaos Temple with an inventory of bones, knock them out, suicide, and then teleport back to Ferox Enclave, rinse and repeat. It's one of the best feelings in the game, the power level in prayer. The levels just come so stupidly fast, it's incredible. And it's looking like we're going to be able to sneak our way to level 44 with the bones we've got left over, which is very nice. So we hit a total of 1175 as well throughout all that, which is awesome. And we've unlocked another big milestone for the account with the overhead protection prayers all unlocked. Right, with that prayer grind out of the way, it's time to run around and get a few more tasks done. Obviously, we've had plenty of time for the willow branches to grow from the last episode, so we're just going to trim the 18 branches that we need. Now that we've got those willow branches, we're just going to go straight into doing Enlightened Journey. That's going to be the first 12 of them used up and knock that quest out of the way. And that's the Enlightened Journey quest complete, which is awesome. That's particularly useful for just doing a couple of diary tasks more so than anything else. So I was just gearing up to do another quest and I realized I had this rune scimitar in my bank, which is far better than the rune longsword we've been using, but I honestly have absolutely zero recollection of when I got this. I don't think it's in any of my clips, like I'm probably recorded it and just forgot about it. I have no clue, but it's there and it's an upgrade, so we're going to use it. It's amazing how time flies as well. Like, it feels like only yesterday I started the count, but I feel like we're making so much progress. We're looking real spiffy in our little mixed and matched outfit. The Addy helm, myth armor, dragon shield, rune skimmy, and of course the fire making cape. We're really starting to look like a more established adventurer now. Anyway, enough rambling, time for a Soul's Bane. We just got 49 attack, which is nice. Makes me feel a little bit better about this room. It's one of the most tedious rooms if you get unlucky. You can take forever to get through, but you know, we're going alright. Well, despite me complaining how tedious it was, I actually got stupidly lucky. I think I got the correct monster like every single time except once maybe, so it sped it up a lot. And that's another quest in the bag, a Soul's Bane complete. And if we just quickly climb down this rope, it should be another diary task as well. Come on, there we go. Yep, Varrock diary task complete. Awesome. I needed something a little bit AFK to do for a while, so I'm just going through and blowing all the molten glass that we had sitting around in the bank into orbs. And there's 51 crafting, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. I actually got a lot more crafting levels out of that than I was anticipating, so that's pretty nice. We're going to stop there as well and just leave a few in the bank because there's quite a few quests that need molten glass in the future, so just going to keep a few handy. I don't know exactly how much we're going to need, so 30 odd should be plenty though. Unfortunately, it's a little bit busy IRL at the moment, so we're going to need another AFK task, and the next choice on the list is going to be barbarian fishing. Thanks to you guys in the comments a few episodes back who mentioned that as a possibility for AFK, and you're right, it's definitely one of the best methods to go for. Obviously, barbarian fishing is incredibly useful for the early multi-skill in XP in strength and agility. Something that's not quite as well known though is that barbarian fishing is also incredibly useful for training herblore on an Ironman account through a method called barblore, which is basically using the barbarian mixes. In order to make the mixes, you need like the caviar and roe from the cut up fish. The one we're really interested in is the caviar, which comes from the leaping sturgeon, the highest level fish, and that can be used to make any of the barbarian mixes. That's why we're going to be fishing here at Mount Quidamorton, because there's a bank just around the corner, so we can bank all the fish for future use. There are tick manipulating ways you can do it, so you could just make the potions at the same time, but there's no way I'm going to be doing that, and I'd just rather do this as a much more chill long-term method to store up resources. And of course, another great thing about AFKing like this is we can raise a few kittens, which we can send off to the we can donate to the poor citizens at West Ardougne to raise their morale and spirits. Good start. I already missed the first level, which was 51 strength, 52 agility. That's our first fishing level, 83 fishing, 52 strength, 53 agility. Oh, no, wait, another spirit seed. We've been crazy lucky with these so far. I think that's like the third or fourth one now. Let me go check the bank. Yep, that's our third one, and I think they've all been from Bird's Nest. 2 came from Birdhouse runs, and there was one in the couple episodes ago I got while I was just woodcutting teaks. 3 spirit seeds already is awesome. We can't even plant them yet, but we're already halfway to stockpiling the 6 main ones that we need. So you may have noticed in the previous clip that the cat wasn't behind me, and that's because it's fully grown and ready to be handed in. I just haven't had the time to do one last little task that we need to do before we get to that. I've never actually handed a cat in for death runes before because I haven't really played an Ironman, and so I was looking it up, and luckily I did so because I realized that doing the Ardougne Easy Diary will give me double the death runes. So obviously we want to finish that before we hand in any cats. Let's go knock that out. Fortunately, because we've been doing so much multitasking, we've already done most of the diary tasks. There's just a couple little loose ends left to do. Rightio, first one is just quickly visiting the hunter store in Yanil. Then we've got to enter the combat training camp north of Ardougne, but to do that we have to finish Biohazard. Luckily, we're already up to the last step of the quest, so we're just going to hand that in, and that's Biohazard complete. While we're here as well, we're just going to quickly pickpocket from the chest in the castle for I think it's the hard diary task as well, so that's that done too. So now we can enter the combat training camp, and that is our last easy Ardougne diary task, which means we have another diary set complete. Thank you very much, 2 points for that reward. That's our Ardougne Diary Cape and of course a little antique lamp. And of course we all know where this lamp is going to go, straight onto herblore. That's a nice little herblore drop, 35 herblore as well. So the Ardougne Diary Cape is one of the most useful items in the game from the diaries, particularly because of this monastery teleport, which just brings us down here. It's an easy prayer recharge. There's also this bush patch, so you can just plant some white berries or something and pick them up whenever you teleport by. And it's also a really quick access to a fairy ring. And best of all, it's an unlimited teleport, so it's just really good to get to all these locations. And we have now come to the sad time to hand in our little kitten friend. I'm sorry, buddy, but it has to be done. Farewell. I'm sure he'll be treated well, right? Right? Just gonna quickly chat to Koftik while we're here as well in West Ardougne for the underground pass. I'm already missing our little buddy. Guess we're gonna have to get a new friend. And we got a little white one this time. It kind of looks like a little puppy from this point of view. Interesting. A cheeky 53 strength to round things out. And so it's time to settle in for a long stint at the watering hole, I think. There's 84 fishing as well, which is a nice little mark-off point. But yeah, the joys of not being a full-time content creator, sometimes life just gets in the way. Nothing bad has happened, just busy is all. As always guys, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, it really helps out, and subscribe if you want to follow along the journey. As I said earlier, it's just been incredible the support over the last few months, and I can't say thank you enough. As always, previous episode on screen. Have a good one guys. See ya.